another episode of Wine After Whines. This is your girl, Janay.
And this is Najah.
And welcome back to episode number 2 of season 3. We're so glad that you decided to come back to have this conversation with us and to, vibe out or whatever.
Or whatever.
Girl, so what did you do this weekend?
I ain't do nothing. I literally did the bare minimum. Was not in the best of mood this weekend. Nobody did anything to me. I just wasn't feeling the best. But I did take my dog. Y'all, let me tell y'all this. I took my dog to this it's this new pet place where they can board. You know how when we go out of town we take the dog.
Yeah.
They just built a real new lavish one. So I called and I just got the prices on grooming. I have a short hair dog. It's not much to it. So I was like, okay, let me call. Pretty good price. So I was like, okay, let's take him. It's new. Let's just go take him to get a little, groom or whatever. We walk in this mug, girl. As soon as you walk in, there's this huge freaking window with a pool. Dogs just playing. It's just sprouts of water flying. I said, look like I want to get in there. I was like, what?
This sounds like an all dogs go to heaven type situation.
I promise you, the way the water was coming up and meeting at a peak, I was like, that's exactly what I thought of. Then you look to the left, there's this huge poodle in there, and he's in the VIP suite, Janay. His own TV, his own bed. Now the bed the bed was not just a cot on the floor or not just something, it was a bed, okay? Fit for a dog. It had a headboard, a footboard. It was a bed.
Okay.
I said, all right, Tonka, don't get used to this. You're just here for a quick grooming, then we're taking you.
And we're leaving.
And we're leaving. Probably won't come back because we don't want you to
get not trying to like get in your business, but was it expensive or like?
No, for the grooming. So he got what they call the ultimate groom. So it's like the shedding bath, because he does have a little bit of shedding. So yeah, I got the shedding bath, clean his ears, clean his privates, clip his nails, brush his teeth, all of that stuff, and the bandana, of course. And it was like $50. So it wasn't bad. You can get some cheaper, but
I'm just saying that's not bad for the type of experience that you said it was.
Exactly. So it was, but I'm not saying, I don't know. There's a bath that's above that bath that I got, the ultimate bath, and I didn't get that one.
Them dogs don't need all that.
No, I was trying to stop him from licking his butthole. I was trying to stop him from stinking. And when he came out, he smelled really good. Like it wasn't just like he was a clean smell. They like put like doggy perfume on him.
Girl, back in the day, we used to put baby powder on our dog after we got done washing them.
So did my parents. They did the same thing. Yeah, they put baby powder on them.
Yeah, I went to a comedy show this weekend, and his name was David Arnold, was the headliner. David A. Arnold.
Now I gotta look him
up. Daniel A. It was either David A. Arnold or Daniel A. Arnold. He has a Netflix special.
I know that name. I got it. Now I have to Google it.
Yeah, find him. But it was good. It was really good. But I'm bringing it up because he said something during his stand-up that the dogs, how we do dogs now as pet owners, are so different from how we used to do our dogs back in the day. Like these new dogs get the works. So while you talking, I'm thinking about what he was talking about. Like, it's crazy because like back in the day, I've had all kind of dogs. I had poodles, I have German shepherds, I've had like just different like dogs. So a poodle, of course, stayed in the house or whatever, but we didn't treat her. Her name was Brandy. My daddy let us name her, and I was in love with like Brandy and Monica back then, especially Brandy with like Cinderella, Moesha, like all that, like that was my thing. So we named her Brandy, and I don't know. I don't feel like we was as good to Brandy as I am to my dog Bella. Like I feel like Bella hasn't made. like my big dogs, because Bella's my current dog is a big dog. But my German Shepherds were not allowed in the house. Like they were outside dogs.
Really? This is
Yeah.
my first big dog, so I wouldn't know how they actually treat them.
Oh, they was outside, Najah, like
outside.
cold, winter, rain, water.
No, not in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Oh my
They
God.
had like a little house they could go in or something, but like, and you know, put the food out there, whatever. I mean, but they were like
Dog.
outside dog, like dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
our dogs now, like, I don't think Bella could survive. I don't know, out there in the wild.
Not your dog. No, Bella's y'all. Bella's so bougie. This big old dog. She be just like, she got her own bed in the room. She is like living the life. My dog's still in the cage. She be in the cage at night. I mean, he chill and walk around the house. But I'm still trying to get used to this whole big dog. I have a Doberman, so I'm trying to get used to it. And he's a good dog. He's a good baby, but he ain't on Bella level yet. No, Bella
Is a boxer mix. We think she might be mixed with a pit, but I'm not quite sure. But yeah, she got her own little personality, girl. I don't know.
She see me, she fall on her back. She be like, Najah here. Let me
because she don't get that. She don't get that here because she already know. Stop. Just like that post I sent you, we'll be yelling at our dogs. Okay. So if you guys listen to our last episode, you will know about my experience that I had with like random people trying to mess with me. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and listen to our last episode. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that I have been getting yelled at from here and there about that situation. About like, I had one of my friends say, when I said my weapon was in the house, he was like, it sounds like a safe house. Like he was like, but you not safe because it's not with you. It sounds like your house was secure, your house was safe, but you weren't. Why wasn't it with you?
Right.
And so as soon as I stepped foot into the gym, my trainer, Troop, if you listen to this, he didn't even let me get like in the gym good before he came and been like, hey, so what you was thinking? Why did you do this? And you know how it is. I'm like, dang, like all these people like ganging up on me. So, and then Ladarian sent me message. Ladarian is Najah's husband. So listen, guys. I got it under control. I have been more diligent. I was at my nephew's basketball game this weekend with the strap. Okay. Like if anybody came in there and acted like they wanted to do something, it wasn't gonna go down that day. Cause I would have been like, on some so what you call it, Call of Duty type stuff, been rolling on the ground.
I can only picture her, but I am glad that you are taking heed of it. I mean,
yeah,
just because you're my friend and Ladarian knows you, I've been getting the earful too. So
sorry. It's kind of like how you made us do squats. So now you gotta moving on.
Okay.
So guys, different show. So guys, we're gonna move on to our topic of today. And today we're talking about a juicy topic. We're talking about things y'all want to hear about. And this one right here is a good one. But is it? We're talking about how important is sex in a relationship. And we're gonna hit y'all with different points of views when it comes to sex and relationships. Like we realize that there are different points of views from a woman's standpoint, a married woman's standpoint, a single woman's standpoint, a woman that's just out here dating or just trying to get a bag standpoint. It's sex is viewed differently from different aspects, but we're talking about specifically about how you feel about sex and relationships. So this was I guess brought up with I don't know if you guys know, but there's an Instagram called spiritual word, and they don't talk about spiritual stuff on there. So I don't really know why that's their IG.
I think it's more so like what's in your spirit word. That's really what they mean, because that's all their posts are. And I love their posts.
I love their posts too, but it's not like, don't get it confused. It's not like a religious based place, because it's not.
Not at all.
But they put something up that says, is sex necessary for a happy relationship? And we're gonna read some of the comments, but then do you want to say what you feel first on that? Like, do you want to answer that question first?
About how I feel
is sex necessary for a happy relationship?
I can definitely give my aspects, but of course, y'all know I can hit stuff from different angles, but I'm just gonna go right in and say I think it is important. I do think it's a factor. I think it's important. Do I think it's more important to one than the other? Yeah, definitely. I feel like it might be more important to the man more so than the woman, but I could definitely be wrong. And I'm not saying like in my relationships that it's not important to me and it's more important to my husband. But men's sex drive is like through the roof right now. So that's definitely, I don't even want to say right now, just period. Maybe just my husband. I don't know.
I was like, maybe it's COVID, the pandemic. It's like, I don't know.
Whenever you locked in the house, you know?
Yeah. Is sex necessary for a happy relationship?
And relationship, guys, let me just put it out there. Definitely relationship that you're committed to. I a committed relationship saying something like that. But go ahead, Janay.
I guess I'm trying to answer it how, okay. To me, is sex necessary for a happy relationship? I think for I'm gonna say yes. Short answer, yes. Because I'm just gonna say short answer, yes.
It is a short answer that you like. We can just say to just kind of get it out there. Yes, it is important, but let's hit it. We have to definitely hit it from different aspects. Is sex the only important thing? Is that the only necessary thing in a relationship? No. So, but with that,
because there are other, and we're gonna get into that. That's why I was saying short answer, yes, because there are other things that we definitely gonna want to hit on. But so some of these comments were like, you go with the first comment, Najah.
Okay, says yes. Don't need nobody mad at me arguing for no reason because they're sexually frustrated. So I think that because they will get sexually frustrated, whether it's the male or the female. If you're sexually frustrated, you're sexually frustrated. If you've ever been in that situation, you are. But that is one. That's one of the first ones. The first ones.
Somebody said, is air necessary to breathe?
That's them saying yes, right?
Yeah, that's them saying yes.
Somebody surprisingly said, the older you get, I say no. So I guess I will kind of touch on that a little bit, saying the older you get, you say no. I guess because when they say the older you get, the more needs you're going to have, more than just sex itself. So probably they're saying it's not necessary because money's necessary. Love is necessary. Cooking me a meal is necessary. I'm guessing this is what they're getting at. I'm not sure what you got from it, Janay, but when somebody say the older you get, I say no.
I think they're just saying like, maybe things aren't working,
I didn't think about it like that.
So it's like, it's meant like the frequency of it might be different. Maybe it's just not on the priority list. Maybe, if that feeling hits you, then okay, yeah, it's time to go. But maybe the feeling don't hit that often, or whatever the case may be.
It could definitely be that.
Yeah. Somebody said yes and no. It's not the only thing that makes a healthy relationship. It is a combination of things, but sex is a part of that. So that makes sense. That's kind of like what we were saying.
That's exactly what we were saying. For the next comment we got is for marriage, yes. That one right there.
That populated like a couple times. I saw like people saying for marriage, yes, it's important. For marriage, yes, it's important. But what's the difference between a marriage and in a long term committed relationship?
I think that's what people are hitting on. So like, you know, a lot of people are so pro marriage, marriage this, marriage that, and there's a lot of people who don't believe in marriage, but they do.
I
believe
feel like that's the opposite. I feel like a lot of people are more against marriage now than they were ever before.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. It's like
Okay.
some people are, yeah, totally. I probably said it wrong, but yeah, that's what I mean. Is like they're definitely, I know so many people, I know personally people who's like, I don't believe in marriage. I do believe in a committed relationship to where I'm giving myself to only that person, but to put myself on paper and be committed to the government, you know how that goes. So I do know a lot of people like that. So I will say, I mean, I would say for a long-term committed relationship and marriage.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Basically they're saying just don't be giving it up to everybody. It ain't that important. Somebody said you better break this back before somebody else does.
I wasn't expecting. Did I miss that comment when I was reading?
It's there.
I definitely skipped over that one. Oh my gosh. So the next one is no, but things such as respect, loyalty, excuse me, honoring each other are. They ain't ready for any of that though. I guess they're not ready for that conversation, she said.
Yeah, she was trying to say.
Yeah.
And then somebody said, if you said no, you're just trying to be different, LOL. But and then another one about marriage, but that was like pretty much like
That's pretty much
that. So
they kept circulating those same type of answers.
Yeah. So the consensus is yes, sex is important in a marriage. So great, boom, we got that. So we want to tell y'all about a thread that was going on around social media. Ladies were asked, it was a TikTok thing that went viral on TikTok. This guy said, ladies, what does sex feel like for you? And the comments that came from this were hilarious. So for those of you who missed it, we're gonna kind of recap some of those comments.
You got it pulled up.
I got it pulled up, girl. I can read like the first page. And look, men, if you're listening, we're not trying to hurt y'all feelings or nothing like that, but this post alone just tells you that you need to pay more attention to your partner and make sure that you are satisfying your partner, because this post okay, I'm just gonna read them. So again, the question is, ladies, what does sex feel like to you? And I guess the guy was just kind of curious, like, what does it feel like for you? Because I know what it feels like for me. Okay, so this is what the women are saying. She was like, sex feels like when someone is scratching your backs and misses the part that is actually itchy. Another one says it's an acting career. Yeah, that one hurt. Somebody else says it's like listening to your favorite song, but it pauses right before the best part. Somebody else said it feels like you're about to sneeze, but it never happens. Oh my God.
These women are, they are.
What's number 3? You want to read page 3 or you want me to keep going?
Oh my God, I'll read.
These are hilarious to me.
Am I going to the next one? Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. I got lost. But okay, it's like I'm sorry, hold on. I missed the page. Okay. Like when you're about to blow out the candles on the cake, but someone else does. Oh, hold
I can't.
That would just hit me different. It's like craving Chick-fil-A on a Sunday.
You just can't have it.
You just can't have it. It's like like biting into a chocolate chip cookie and realizing it's oatmeal raisin.
Ew, I hate oatmeal raisin. You skipped a page. Let me go back.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It says like you're waiting for the beat drop, but it never does. I hate that.
Well, I know so many songs like that though, for real.
And I be like, and it never happens, right? Okay, when you go to the fridge because you're starving, but you leave empty-handed.
Dang.
Somebody said it feels like I should have been lesbian.
Now, that one was wrong. Oh my God.
All right, you got the last page.
I got the last page, and you just had to leave me with this one. It's like the zebra striped gum. You think you got the most amazing taste, and bam, 3 seconds later, it tastes like Play-Doh. I didn't say this stuff. I'm reading. I just want to put that out there one more time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like your favorite part of the song comes on, the map interrupts when you make a turn at 600 feet. That happens so often with me. I'd be like, God dang it.
Oh my God. So in other words, guys, for those of you who don't understand, I'm going to try to break it down just a tad bit for you. This basically means you're not letting the woman come to her full potential in the moment, just in case you have sensitive ears around while you're listening to this podcast. So, yeah. So all of this stuff, like, y'all gonna have to figure this out, because you out here with men, y'all out here being selfish. It ain't all about you. And if you like, you need to make sure that your woman is also pleased with your performance and that she gets something out of it. Best believe I'm not walking away from a session without making sure that I am properly pleased. Yeah. Got it. Okay. So
but that's the same. That's the same here. But you have to, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it takes time sometimes. With some people, I guess maybe it takes time.
Do you feel like you're supposed to like I don't know, because I haven't been in a different relationship for a long time, so I don't know. But do you feel like the chemistry is just supposed to automatically be there, and does it take time for it to build?
So I literally, before we did this show, I was thinking you were going to ask that question, and I had this answer. I'm so serious because I plan. I know my answer, because my answer is I looked up. I'm not gonna lie. I looked up with somebody who can please me. I'm just gonna say it like that. And that's my one and only. So I don't know many other situations in being.
You're like a unicorn.
I really am. I guess so. I literally looked up. I literally was blessed because I'm happy in that aspect. And I do hear these horror stories. Of like horrible. I mean, are there times you're just like, okay, to the left a little bit, yeah, but
yeah.
I hear horror stories.
Well, I mean, I must say that I looked up to, and I'm not just saying that because he may or might not listen to this. I'm not saying it because of that, but we complement each other so well that there doesn't have to be words spoken. You know what I'm saying? Like, you already know, like, this is why I'm like, bro, like, if I ever, like, God forbid, knock on all the wood and all of that, if we ever had to like leave each other, I don't think I'm gonna do it again. The whole like I don't think I would do it again. And I think people would just get on my nerves. Like, I just think that, I might just, have to find a way to just, please myself, and that just be the rest of my life.
I'm almost with you on that, because I
don't want to have to teach you what I like, what I don't like.
Yep.
Like I'm in a situation like he already know. He know exactly what I like. He know exactly what I don't like. I don't have to tell him like nothing. Like he
100%.
knows what to do, and that's it. Like boom, boom, boom. Like
Literally, we really can just be like boom, 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 because he knows me and I know him.
right. And that's when you reached that's goals.
If
Like
anything,
you reached a level.
if anything, that's goals. I know people will say to us, "Oh, your relationship goes." No, you don't know. That's
Right.
goals.
That's a goal. To not have to say nothing and you just know exactly what to do.
Mhm.
And then I'm not sitting here in my head like, like
Bruh, I just can't imagine being somebody who just like want Chick-fil-A on a Sunday and can't get it. I can't imagine that.
or got that itch that you can't scratch. Like,
Right there.
ugh. Okay, anyway, so a few things we had actually got a male point of views from about this topic. We asked some males 4 different questions. And the questions that we asked are, how important is sex in a relationship to you? The second question was, if a woman withheld sex from you while dating, how long is too long to wait? The third question was, can sex make or break a relationship if she has everything else that you want out of a partner? But you guys just aren't sexually aligned. Like, is that a make or break it for you? And then the last question was, how important is the emotional connection when it comes to sex? So I'm going to go to the first guy, his answers. And Naja's gonna do one, and then I'm gonna do one. So I'm not gonna give out any names or anything like that. But this person is in their 30s, and they are dating, single, possibly dating. So this person, so the first question again was, they were also asked to answer these questions honestly. And the reason why we wanted to do this, because we also wanted to bring in a male perspective. So it's not all just about us like throwing y'all under the bus. So yeah, the first question was, how important is sex in a relationship to you? And this gentleman said, sex is important in a relationship, but not everything for me at this point. Okay. Second question was, and feel free to chime in if you have something that you want to just like say about an answer. The second question was, if a woman withheld sex from you while dating, how long is too long to wait? This person said, if I had to wait, probably a week is the max. When I was younger, it was much different. Okay. So number 3 was, can sex, what?
A week?
A
That's as
week.
long as that's the max that they will wait.
Yeah, they said if I had to wait, probably a week is a max. When I was younger, it was much different.
I wonder what was different about when they were younger.
I don't know, but I wish I could go in a little bit more detail, because I feel like if I were younger, I would probably be like, yeah, give me a week, and then I'm moving on. But then as I'm older, I think I would probably have a little bit more like patience and understanding. But I don't know. That's a good, like, I'm curious to know, but I don't know why. But this is a male point of view, and it's an honest male point of view. So,
Yeah.
like, ladies, if you want to know what single men in their 30s possibly could be thinking, then this is what you can get. Number 3, can sex make or break a relationship if she has everything else that you want in a partner? This person says, if she had everything else, I will not let sex be the downfall whatsoever. And the last and final question was, how important is the emotional connection to you when it comes to sex? And they replied by saying, sex is an emotional connection, but for me, it all depends if we're talking sex with someone I'm actually with or just something casual. If casual sex, I don't have to be emotionally attached to get my rocks off. Definitely will be with someone I'm actually, but it definitely will be with someone that I'm actually with. The connection that matters with somebody he's actually with, quote unquote. Yeah.
Well, that sounds good. Those are some good answers. I spoke with somebody who's also, they're in their late 30s actually. And the first question is, how important is sex to you? This man said,
Are they
sex.
dating?
Oh,
Or,
I'm sorry. Yes, I didn't say that. They're actually in a relationship. They're in
okay.
a relationship. Yep. Not married, but in a relationship. Sex is very important because I get an opportunity to personalize the care and love that I have for this individual through sex. It's like embodiment of the love and care that I can express primal, like pretty much saying like an essential. The second question, if a woman withheld sex from you while dating, how long would you wait? Or how long we wait? It depends on where we are mentally, as I usually play. If you play the game, I play the game too. We see who waits longer. I have won before.
Oh, so he plays it like a game.
Yes.
He try to wait it out. It's like a
Mhm.
prize for him.
Almost. Exactly.
The hunt, the chase.
Can sex make or break a relationship if she has everything else that you want in a partner? As I have gotten older, I try to be more open minded. And if everything else is there, I can work on her lower attributes because in areas that I may need growth, I am, hold on. Sorry about that, you guys. Okay, as I have gotten older, I try to be more open minded. And if everything else is there, I can work on her lower attributes because in areas she may need growth, and I'm sure non-sexually I may need some, so we can help each other. I'm not afraid to coach or teach, so I can only speak for me.
I love that answer.
Right.
I do, because it's like, I feel like he's willing to basically saying, if she's stuck in bed, then I got you. And I'm gonna teach you, and I'm
Exactly.
gonna show you like the things to do. I
Mhm.
like that answer. That's a great answer.
I definitely do.
But he sure did not admit that he was bad sexually. He was like, he said he probably could work on some non-sexual things.
That is exactly what he said. And I didn't know if you
Oh,
caught that because look,
I caught it.
I caught it when I read it first too. But yep, nope, I got you. How important is the emotional connection to you when it comes to sex? I have experienced studies. First of all, I love the fact that he said that. I have experienced studies, and I can say that an emotional charged sex session helps, and it's definitely better. Sometimes, as a man, it depends on my mind and state, meaning like sex for the dominance to feel like a king of the jungle or feel in charge of an area in my life that I may be lacking, or another. So it's about reigning. I have gotten my girl to dress up and role play to curb an outside influence in this regard. Women will always be more emotionally attached than a man can exhibit than a man, but he can exhibit this behavior as well. I love
Okay.
answers. I love his answers because I could tell he actually took time to answer those, as well as the person you did too. But I'm commenting on this one, um, because I feel like he really went into his own personal. He's not trying to
Mhm.
speak for every male. He
Yeah.
said, "For me, this is this, and this."
And I
So
like how, and I'm gonna read my last one, but I like how each male is different so far.
mhm. And
So
we
you
have
can't always put people in a box, because, and like you can't always put a woman in a box, and this is teaching us this, because
exactly.
this the next one I'm gonna read is gonna be totally different answers. So
Ready.
this is a married man, and no, it's not my husband, and no, it's not Naja's husband. A married man, mid-30s. Um, Again, the first question was, how important is sex to you in a relationship? They said number one, on a scale of 1 to 10 of importance, I would say 6. Two to 3 times a week, and I'm good. But all caps, it needs to be banging, all caps, no quickies. So he said on a scale of 1 to 10, he'll give it a 6. He could do it 2, 3 times a week, but it can't be no like wham bam, thank you, ma'am. It needs to be all in. Okay. Mm-hmm. Number two, if a woman withheld sex from you while dating, how long is too long to wait? He said, and I giggled when I read it.
I'm just ready.
It's not even that bad. It's just the way he answered it was funny to me. He said, you have a 30-day window. He said you have a 30-day window. If we're not having sex by then, I probably moved on to the next woman. I believe sex is a big part of dating. It's the first thing we think about when we even make up our minds to start dating someone in the first place. Nobody sees a girl at Quick Trip and goes, damn, she look good pumping that gas. I wonder if she watch ESPN and go to church on Sundays. So basically, he said, ain't nobody thinking about that. He's thinking about, having sex with her. So that's important to him. Number 3, can sex make or break a relationship? If everything else you want is in a partner. He says, I don't think it can necessarily make or break the relationship, but it can make it difficult for me to stay 100% faithful, because I'm always going to be wondering if the next girl is on the level of freak that I'm on. And I may just decide to go find out. Shrug shoulders. If she is, I'm going to be satisfied and bad at the same damn time. Satisfied because I just had the type of sex that I wish I could have at home, but bad because I cheated on a woman who has everything else I'm looking for. So I guess he said if he cheated, he's gonna feel satisfied. He's gonna feel satisfied and bad at the same time. Bad because he cheated on his woman, but satisfied because he had the best sex of his life that he ain't getting at the house. Yeah. So the last and final question was, how important is the emotional connection to you when it comes to sex? He says, not that important. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would say 5. I just want the sex to be good. Me actually being with the woman, that's the source of that good sex. He said, me actually being with the woman, that's the source of the good sex. Good sex, that's the source. I think he meant like good sex is just a plus. So being with the woman is what really matters, but the good sex on top of it is just a plus.
That's what's up. I like that. I love that. I love that answer, actually.
Yeah. So we had 3 different type of answers going on here. So I thought that was really interesting to hear from the guys.
I did. I definitely feel like that was definitely an interesting thing, and I loved. Actually, I actually loved all of their answers and all of the honesty. And it was 3 different perspectives. We got married, single, and just like out here dating. Mm-hmm. I love it. I don't know how you feel, but every male gave amazing answers. I don't know if we just asked all great mature men or maybe we need to get some like street answers. Like, I don't know.
I think, you know what? I really think, and I could be wrong when I say this, but I think a man will put his best foot forward 9 times out of 10 if it's somebody that he's interested in putting that best foot forward in, and they're gonna give you the same energy you give them. If you come off as somebody that's willing to just let yourself be ran over, or not just ran over, but like if you have a certain standard that you're upholding as a woman, either that man is gonna follow suit and treat you as such, or they not. These men seem like they were raised right, or either at least got a good head on their shoulders, and
I agree. I
yeah,
100% agree. I believe all three of these men have a great head on their shoulders, and they are very well rounded.
yeah,
And they all seem like they do have respect for the woman. So
yeah,
I love it. Every last one of them, I love them. It
yeah.
just makes me
Thank
smile.
you guys for your participation in this. We really
Yes,
appreciate it.
we greatly appreciate it. We will not be sending you guys any gifts or anything.
No.
I'm mad she got serious. Like, yes, no, no.
Don't look for it.
But you
Thank
know what
you.
I'm saying? Once we get up there, we're gonna remember y'all.
So we got a couple tips, just like 3 tips for y'all about in regards to well, not really tips. It's just points that we want to make sure that we make before we close out. The first one is sex is an important factor, from our opinion, is an important factor in a relationship. However, we said this before, it's not the only thing that you need to make a successful relationship. Also, let's not forget about intimacy when we talk about sex, because they go hand in hand. Make sure that you are doing things with your partner that creates intimacy, which can lead to sex. You don't want to just always like one of the guys was saying, like, no quickie. Like, okay, so for us not to have no quickie situation, it's gonna have to be, okay, you got to make a woman feel something.
Yeah.
I read a post that I don't really know how true this is, but it went kind of viral, and it was a lady on the 85 South show podcast that says it takes a woman's vagina like 18 to 20 minutes to get warmed up, or maybe it was longer than that. I forget what she said. It was longer than that. And I was like, I mean, I don't know about like 20 minutes, but I mean, maybe because I'm just, but still, but some women are, every woman is different. But if that's an average, then that means you might have to like put in some extra work,
A little foreplay.
and before you go ahead and go all in. But I think it's important to remember intimacy too. It's the little things, it's the
Yeah.
little small things that
hmm
matter.
And that is just to elaborate on that before I move on. In yes, it's definitely the little small things. A lot of people, a lot of men. I don't know. I can't say women. I don't know because I that's not me. But a lot of men ready to just get it and get it and get it. That's about it. You have to take the time to love on your woman. You have to take the time to, like she said, get her warmed up. So I definitely agree with that. The next pointer we're going to give you is you need to see how high sex is ranked from your partner's point of view, so that so that all you can meet somewhere, and so you all can meet somewhere in the middle. I'm sorry, I cannot read today, obviously, but yeah. So you definitely have to see with your partner how how high their sex drive is, how much they have to have it, or how high it is on their scale. You know what I mean? Because it could definitely be two different things. And although a lot of the aspects are there, that might be something that's really high that's not as high on your list. So definitely have that conversation.
And what if like you talk and you figure out that y'all are not on the same page? um y'all gonna have to either like give it up or like figure out a compromise, because if you want to go 7 days a week and you can only go 3 days a week, then y'all gonna have to meet in the middle of that 5 or something, you know what I'm saying? Or like y'all gonna have to figure it out. But I think it's the conversation. I think a lot of people forget to have the sex conversation because maybe they're like uncomfortable with it.
Mhm.
um, but I think it's important. It's important that you have those conversations for somebody that you want to be in a long-term committed relationship. I'm not just talking about for somebody that you met at what them clubs you used to go to, Najah? Club
So
Miami, and yeah, you know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about somebody. I don't even know if people go to them clubs no more. Is that still a thing?
I don't even think they're a thing, Janay.
I don't know. I don't go out, so I don't know.
You know, I don't either. If anything, I'm doing what you did this weekend, comedy club. You know that's my thing. I don't go out
Yeah.
with these
Yeah. And yeah, so like if y'all go out and y'all pick up somebody at a bar or something, and you know, y'all ain't gotta have no, hey, let's talk about
sex, baby.
yeah, y'all ain't gotta do all that.
Not
Yeah.
that fast.
No, but if it's somebody you really look, just like we talked about on our last episode about questions that you ask your partner or things that you need to know, like sex is one of those big topics, because for men, I know that I know a lot of women just be like, I like this day and age, a lot of women say that they're on the same level as men where they don't really care, but I don't really believe it.
I don't either. I don't either.
Y'all can act big and bad about it if you want to. You can act like you don't really care, no strings attached. But let you find that one dude that you actually for real like. I ain't talking about the dudes that you can just mess with, hit quit, and just leave alone. I'm talking about somebody that you actually for real like, and y'all have sex. You can't tell me as a woman that you don't feel away if he go out and mess around with somebody else, or he stop hitting you back, or I don't care how hard y'all think y'all are or whatever. I know there's some ruthless women out here, but I'm talking about for somebody that like you actually for real like.
Yeah.
Like I don't buy into that. It don't matter to me. I cut them off. Like I don't buy into that.
Yeah, I don't either. Not even a little bit.
I just don't.
I never
So
have. I mean, and then it's very obvious too, because you get mad so easily, and you want to talk about how these men ain't ish and this that. That's because you care.
yeah, duh.
That's because
God, so stupid. But yeah, so yeah, like men value sex differently. We look at sex differently. I mean, Drew, my husband, said it a lot different for me. I mean, there are moments where I can be like, I don't want to say savage, like that's not the word. I can kind of be in his mind frame about it, but there are some times where I'm not in his mind frame about it, especially when you married over 10 years. Kind of like things just, it's just, you know, he know. I don't know, it's just unspoken. Like he just know, like I don't know, I can't really explain what I'm trying to say without being like too much. But yeah.
we get you.
Okay,
well, at least
cool.
I get you. I don't know about everybody else, but I get
Okay, we here. So last but not least, it's a benefit, but your whole relationship shouldn't be built on sex alone. And that's just basically reiterating what we've been saying. Like, don't let your foundation be sex, because if your foundation is only built on, oh my God, she got bum this, and oh my God, he got big energy and he this and blah. Did I just beat myself twice? I did. But yeah, like if the foundation is only lust, then you're probably going nowhere fast, is what we're trying to say. Your foundation can't just be built on sex alone by itself, because what happens when that's not enough anymore? Because at some point, what if you, and then you can't stand her, but y'all got, you know, the sex is good. Is that enough?
that's where that's a whole different thing. That's when it's toxic. It becomes a toxic relationship.
Yeah.
Because you're just there for
A good time, not a long time.
Exactly. Running back for that good time, but you know it's toxic. You know it's toxicity in there. So
yeah. I mean, some people would say that's the best.
But they can have that. I'm good.
It's like that Trey Songz. It's that Trey Songz song, that One Last Time.
What song?
You never you know that Trey Songz song.
Oh, when you said one last time, oh
Yeah, this is
no,
the last time. Like he just kept going back to her. He knew it was wrong.
exactly.
He
So
just couldn't stop.
because the sex was good. I mean, I did just come out and say it like that, but yeah, that's what it was. It is what
You
it
were
is.
saying you can't take that type of energy, like that toxicity. You can't.
Because it's draining. It's draining. If I'm gonna,
After a while,
it's draining because you're just coming back to layup. Then I got to go back to a situation, or I don't go back to a situation. And eventually you're going to want a real situation.
yeah.
You're not going to want to keep going to somebody for the sex, and then it's going to hurt when if you see this person out with somebody else, or it's going to hurt if you find out this person has another baby on the way. That just going to hurt you. I don't care what nobody say. That's going to hurt you.
You think their feelings be hurt out here?
Girl, in their house, in their room crying, and then they come out like, man, F the N word. That's
Oh,
all
that's
that
happy. Okay.
I see it
Yeah.
all the time. I see it all the time. My social media be bumping.
Oh, it obviously do. Ooh, true. If you're listening, she just said bumping. I just want to make sure you heard it. She said, and I quote, my social media be bumping. Najah has a habit of using like old slang, but that's fine. She uses words like tight.
Y'all please follow us on all social media. Follow us on all social media. We are on Snapchat. No, we're not. We're actually
I'm on Snapchat. Follow us on all our social media platforms. I don't know what she got going on. We're on YouTube, of course. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. Thank y'all so much for listening to us. Listen, comment, like, subscribe, turn on your post notification bell so you know every time that we post. We'll be back with y'all next week. If you didn't listen to last week's episode, go listen to that. We talked about the things you need to know before you get fully committed into a relationship. And yeah, y'all stay safe out here in these COVID pandemic streets.
Yo, this episode was tight. All right, see y'all later.
Oh, bye.